Good morning everyone. Welcome to my video today. Glad you could join me. I'm going to show you how I created these two cards. It's the same design, but we're going to do one today. It's called a triple center step panel card. And as you can see, it stands up nicely into a little display. This one here I've done for a special friend that will go to her later on, so I'll put that one aside. I won't explain too much on that one. That's done with the Paper Florist dies, and I've used the embossed brick 3D folder in the background. That one is in Misty Moonlight and the Boho Blue and white. Nice little card for that. And this one here is done with the Daisy DSP, and I've used Garden Green and the wheat, whatever it's called, wild wheat I think it is, one of the new in colours. So that's that one there. I've got all the measurements typed up for you, and I did mean to take this out, so we'll ignore that and back piece there. I'll take that out before we put it on the video, before we put it on the PDF. So I'll go through my pieces with you. I've prepped most of the stuff, so it shouldn't take too long to do. This measures 6 inches by 8.5 inches, and I'll show you how to cut and score that in a little minute when I go through these for you. We'll start with this back panel, or the back panels I should say. This one here at the back, and I've chosen Bubble Bath and Misty Moonlight as my colours in this. The back one here, the Bubble Bath, it's 3.5 by 4, and then the DSP is 3 1/4 by 3 3/4. That's that one. The next one, which is the center panel here, and I've alternated some patterns on this, so we haven't got the same pattern all the way through. The center one is 3.5 by 2.5, and the DSP is 3 1/4 by 2 1/4. That's that one, and I'll show you the paper, where this paper has come from in a sec. Then the front one is 3.5 by 1.5. That's the Bubble Bath. I keep calling it Petal Pink. It's nothing like Petal Pink. And the front on the DSP is 3 1/4 by 1 1/4. These little side mats down the front. The cardstock is 4 inches by 1 inch. That's in the Bubble Bath. And then the DSP is 3 3/4 by 3/4 of an inch, and they're the ones that go on down the front here on that one. Then we have the back panels. The mat here is 5 3/4 by 1 7/8, and then the white piece is 5 1/2 by 1 5/8. And then this strip of DSP, you don't have to put this strip. If you want more room to write in here, I'd leave this strip off, but it measures 1 3/4 by 3/4 of an inch. No, not that one. That's the back DSP. This one, where am I? I haven't put it on here yet. Oh, that one here, 5 1/2 by 3/8 of an inch. That's that one. The back DSP and mats. The back mats are this one here, which is in the Bubble Bath, 2 inches by 1 inch, and there's 2 of those. They go on this little back section up here. I just thought I'd decorate the back a little bit. And then the DSP on those is 1 3/4 by 3/4, and you need 2 of those. I'll show you the decorations when I get to them, putting them on later. We'll leave that up there for now. Just put all that aside over there. The DSP I chose, you'll see, this is this new big pack. It's really, really pretty. Lots of nice colours and lots of nice patterns. It's called Delightfully Eclectic. It's a big 12 by 12, and it's a 48, I think it's 48 sheets. Yes, 48 sheets in the pack. And we've got all these really pretty designs. Lots of Bubble Bath, Fresh Freesia. Lots of pretty colours, some swans in there. I've already mixed the pack up a bit. Some strawberries, and lots of pretty patterns, and some generic patterns too that you can use for backgrounds as well. Really nice. I shall be using lots of that. So that's that. Now we shall get started. I'll put this aside. All that will be in the description box in the video, so you can catch that there if you need it. And also the PDF for this will be in my Craft Room Tips and Tutorials page. Anyone's welcome to join that. Just click on the invite button and you can, and I'll just approve it straight through. I've also got a Facebook page called Cards by Laura. There's lots of nice cards in there. There's no PDFs or anything in that one. All the PDFs that I do for my videos are in this tips and tutorials page. So we shall get started. Now the base, this measured 6 by 8.5, and we want the short side at the top, and I'll just keep referring to my instructions, otherwise I'll cut it wrong. With the left, the short edge at the top, and the left edge on 1 1/4, which is that mark there. And then we're going to cut from 2 1/8. Have I got the right trimmer out? No, I haven't. I want this other one. I'll show you why. This trimmer, I have put white paper down underneath the measurements so they're easier to see, because when you've got dark cardstock underneath the black writing, it's really hard to see. So I just taped a piece of white paper underneath there. So back to this, 1 1/4 on the left edge, and we're going to cut from 2 1/8 to 7 1/2. Now excuse my head, I shouldn't be in the road. So 2 1/8, it's that 2 little strokes past the 2, and I'm going to cut from 2 1/8, which that's my scoring blade. I don't want that one. We'll lift that up, move that one up. I always keep my cutting blade down the bottom. Just make sure this is back on 1 1/4, and we're going to go from 2 1/8, which is that 2 strokes past the 2, down to 7 1/2, which is there. Move it across to 4 3/4, which is over there, and we're going to do the same from 2 1/8, which is there, down to 7 1/2. Just hold it nice and steady. Try not to go past the mark. So you should end up with 2 panels either side at the same width. 4 3/4, yep. Oh, we will need that back again. We're going to do some scoring. Now, with the long side at the top, and with this, where the cuts are, there's a longer edge here and a shorter edge here. So with the wider section of the cut line is on your left, so it's over this side, so the cut finishes there. You've got this longer piece here. You want that on the left hand side, and we're going to score from, if you put that on 2 1/8 there, that should line up with the ends of your cut lines, and then we're going to score. So you're going to score, and I find it easier just to score from your cut line to cut line, but not worry. It is 1 1/4 to 4 3/4, but I find it easier just to find it there and go down to the other cut line there. Go up and down a few times. Move it across to 4 1/4, which is your halfway mark, halfway of the card. That was 8 1/2 long, so 4 1/4 is half. You're going to score right through from top to bottom on that one. Then we're going to move it across to 5 3/8. I'll have to put the arm out shortly. 5 3/8 for that one, and you're going to go from cut line to cut line, which you can eyeball it there and score that one. Then we'll move it across to 6.5, which is over here. We're going to score again. You can see this, the cut line on this side. We're going to go from that cut line to that cut line. These are this forms your centre panels. And then to 7.5, I think it is, yes, 7.5. I've done a few of these now. I'm getting to know what the measurements are. So we'll just line that up there, and from cut line to cut line, like so. And that's all there is to that. The rest is just folding. Now I find the easiest way is to fold it in half first. So you've got your card base. This will be the front where the 3 score lines are, and then there's just the 1 score line at the back. Just have a little mouthful. And I'll just burnish that. Make sure it's nice and even all the way around. Now we're going to start, and as you can see, this card, the first fold gives you a mountain fold. It's down in there. So that one, this one will be a mountain fold. Try not to crease right across. You're just creasing on the score lines. And then the next one will be a valley. Then the next one will be a mountain. And that one will be a valley. How easy is that? And that forms the base of your card. Move that one back over there. And just burnish all of those really, really well. And this. And that forms the base of your card. So we shall put the panels on. We'll do them piece by piece. This is my back one, and I've got, they're like little tulips, I think, on there. So I'm going to make sure they're up the right way. That one will go in there. Just make sure, I find it easier to put my glue on this panel in here, because if you put it on here and you go too high, you're going to end up with glue where you don't want it. So we'll do this back one first. Normally I start at the front. You can mark this if you like. We'll just do one at a time. I'll just put some glue in that section there where the panel's going to stick. And you can slide this, make sure it's up the right way. Make it so that it's just a fraction above that score line. You don't want it on the score line because you want it to be able to fold it still. So that one's there. I'll just keep folding this back the way it should go. So the next one, and I'm going to put a little pencil cross in there. The next one will go on here, and the front one will go on there. That way you don't get your pieces in the wrong spot. So we've got this one. This is the checkered pattern I've chosen, and it's going to sit in there. Same again. Put some glue on here. I find the liquid glue is easier, because if you use your seal, your tape runner, whatever you call it, and it goes down too quickly, then you can't move it. And that slipped a little bit. Move it back. You want it just, excuse me, have another mouthful of water in a sec. So that's the centre panel. We'll fold that to make sure we can. If you just remember, it goes down and up, down and up. And then the front one will go on here. And we should put some glue on the front of here. Put your crosses on if you're not sure. before you glue it to make sure you're putting them in the right place. Now this one here, I did it flush with the bottom. You could move it up a fraction if you want, so you've got a bit of blue showing, but I've chosen to put it exactly level with the bottom. So that's those 3 panels done. And then the side panels I've got in this blue check pattern again. We can put those on. It's easy enough to lie this out flat and do it this way. You've got a bit more to push down on rather than having it sitting up. This has got no direction to it, so we can just put these straight on here. I do like these colours. It's so pretty. And my Misty Moonlight, that's one that they brought back from years ago. And I think I've used a half a pack already in for different cards that I've done, so I might be ordering another pack on my next order. Just keep going like that. So that's that, and then flip it over to the back. We'll put this longer panel on first. Pretty easy card to do once you've cut all your pieces. I'll make sure all my measurements are correct. The only difficult bit is doing your cut lines to get them even and nice and straight. So that's the bottom, and then these will go, I think I put all the, yep, I've got all the tulips in the right direction. The only trouble with this paper, there's no stamp set that goes with it, but I did find, because I've used wanted to say dies, and I'll show you in a minute what I've done with that. It's a new set of dies. They stand alone, the dies, they're not with a stamp set, and I'll show you how I did it with those. There's some flowers and stems and stuff in the set, and some little hearts and stars as well. If you have a look, I'm not sure what page they're on. I didn't take note of the page they're on, but it was one of the first ones that I ordered once we were able to order. So that sits like that. Now, this is some of the dies that I've used, and they're like a 2-step die. So this is your background, which I've done in the pink, and then I cut the top layer, the happy birthday, that's the other layer, in the blue DSP rather than blue cardstock, because it had that same pattern through it. So they're the 2 dies on that. There's a few different dies, and then I've also chosen, and I cut 3 of them. I'll have to get some embellishments out too. They're little hearts, and they're on a string of 3, like so. That's those ones. And I thought they went nicely. The shape of those looks similar to the shapes of the little flowers. And I've just done that. I'm not sure where I'm going to put them yet. I'm going to put this one down the bottom here, because if I could put it in the middle and sit it up above. Well, I'll just see what that looks like. I wanted it on the blue so we could still see the flowers at the front. I might put it in the middle one. And I can see that if I just glue the birthday, the word birthday, then I did have my silicone mat here. I'll put it in the center. You could put it on any panel. You could put 3 different greetings if you like. So I'm going to just glue on the word birthday so it will sit above. I don't want it hidden down below the thing, so we'll do this way so that the word birthday is level up there. I think that looks quite nice with the happy floating in the front. And then these ones, I thought I might put them down the sides here. I'll do one on each side. I don't know what I got the 3rd one for. I have to be the same way because they all cut. know if I need one. I'll just put the 2 on for now, and then I'll get some embellishments. I always forget to get the embellishments out. I'll go and get some. Let's see if we can find something in the bubble bath or in a pale pink. I'm not sure which ones I've got so far. Sit those that way. I'll have to go in the same direction. There is a little set of stars in this set as well. I don't think it needs any more decoration than that. That's quite pretty. I'll leave that little set aside. Put my dies aside until I put them back on the wall. I'll just have a look at some embellishments. There was a can't remember what they're called. Oh, these ones. I think they might be a little bit dark. These are the 22. Oh, they're not too bad. Those pinky colour, they're supposed to be that sweet sorbet, but they've got more of a pinky tinge. I think I might put a couple of those on. I did have some. I'll just have another quick look. All my embellishments are in tubs. Oh, these ones won't be better. These flat adhesive, they've got more pink in them. They sort of change colour. I'll use some of these. We shall get some of these bigger ones. I'll just scatter a few on this blue. Will be enough. I don't want them even in a row, so I might just put 5, so we've got an odd number. Stick one down in there. That will be fine. They're the flat adhesive back pearls. So pretty. Very nice, those ones. And that is it. I hope you enjoyed that. A nice quick video today. Doesn't take too long. I do recommend these dies. They're so pretty. There's a couple of different greetings in them. And that's my project for today. I hope you enjoyed that. I've got 3 there to go. And I shall catch you all again next week. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm up to nearly 500 subscribers and I haven't been going all that long. So if you've got any friends that would like to join, and just hit that subscribe button, and you can... I go live, or not live, I record and upload every Monday morning at 9 AM Brisbane time. And I shall catch you all again next week. Have a lovely week. Bye for now.